look at this number, this is about projected vote share in the poll-bound states. We are starting with what will be the mother of all battles, which will be in West Bengal. The projected vote share for the NDA in Mood of the Nation, January 2026 as of today, is 42%. India Bloc, which is largely the TMC, is at 54%. So the vote share gap is 12% between NDA and India Bloc, which is at 54%. And if it was converted into number of seats, these are Lok Sabha numbers, it will be TMC at 28. Remember, in 2024 Lok Sabha, the TMC had won 29 seats, the Congress had won 1. The BJP then had 12. Right now, the BJP is at 14, so they're making a gain of 2 seats. This is how the numbers are projected if the Lok Sabha elections were held in an important poll-bound state, which is the state of West Bengal. Now, let's look at Tamil Nadu. Important election again playing out in Tamil Nadu. BJP is trying to build an important alliance. They're calling it NDA. NDA at 33%, India Bloc again at 45%, a gap of 12% between India Bloc, which is largely the DMK-led India Bloc in Tamil Nadu. If it was to be converted into Lok Sabha numbers, NDA will be only at 1. Remember, in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, they could not really open their account. In Tamil Nadu, India at 38. It's a 39 members who come from the state of Tamil Nadu. We are moving again ahead to the state of Kerala, beautiful state. UDF at 40%. Let's move to Kerala now. LDF at 28%, BJP at 25%. So they are making a gain from 17% in the Lok Sabha elections of 2024 to now at 25%. If it was to be converted into seats, this is how the numbers would be. UDF at 18, LDF will not be able to open its account, and BJP at 2. Now, another poll-bound state, this is the state of Assam. NDA comfortably ahead at 54%. The India Bloc at 33%, despite Gaurav Gogoi making some inroads or trying to make inroads, a huge gap of roughly around 21% between India Bloc, which is led by Gaurav Gogoi and the Congress party. And in terms of the seat, it will be 12 and 2. So, Rajdeep, this is how the picture looks like. We'll be looking at, okay, so let's look at Uttar Pradesh also, although the elections will be in 2027 January. Uttar Pradesh firmly with the NDA at 47%, India Bloc at 42%, although the gap is not much. But in Lok Sabha elections, it was 44% each. At that time, Akhilesh Yadav-led PDA did generate a positive narrative for them, which converted into number of seats in terms of advantage for them. So 80 seats is how the Lok Sabha is the total number of MPs that are sent from the state of Uttar Pradesh. Right now, if the elections were held, in NDA at 48, India Bloc at 31, this is largely Samajwadi Party. But the concern is, why did their seats go down from what it was in Lok Sabha elections of 2024?
You know, if you look at these numbers, Marianne, we've got to put the caveat, and remember, an assembly election is very different to Lok Sabha. There
Absolutely.
are local factors that play. But it's very clear. Look at the 4 poll-bound states, 4 big poll-bound states. You can add Puducherry, of course. But the 4 big poll-bound states going to the polls in April, the India Alliance at the moment is ahead in 3. The numbers of Bengal may be a bit misleading because they add the TMC's vote along with the Congress. They may not go into an alliance, almost certainly not go into an alliance in those elections. But broadly, the India Alliance is holding in terms of the number of seats they would win, or the TMC is holding. Turn to Tamil Nadu. If these numbers are right, and Tamil Nadu has a twist in those numbers because the others have gone up substantially. And who's the others? That's Vijay and the TVK. So the TVK is the real X factor in Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
And no one knows how that will play in Vidhan Sabha. Will he be an NTR-like figure, first day, first show, box office hit? But if these numbers hold, DMK at the moment has the edge again. So that's India Alliance. Turn to Kerala, where the BJP is growing in vote share, but the battle remains between the 2 main fronts, UDF, LDF. And the UDF, the Congress-led UDF, has an advantage. Interestingly, today, Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge met Shashi Tharoor, a sign that they want to now present a much more united front. The real, and Assam, it's very clear as of now in a bipolar race, advantage BJP. So, if you look at out of the 4 states, 3 states are going to one of the India Alliance parties when the results come out in May as per these polls. One going to the BJP. And then Uttar Pradesh, where the real turnaround is taking place. And this and Maharashtra are the states that are giving NDA more seats if Lok Sabha elections were held today. But it shows that in the next 3 months, the opposition has opportunities. The question is the opposition good enough to capitalize on the opportunities? We'll be discussing the opposition more closely, but it also shows that different states of India still vote very, very differently, that this is not a country where one size fits all, Raj Chengappa. That as you go through states where there are regional bastions, DMK, even the TVK, the UDF and LDF, very regional parties in Kerala, TMC in Bengal, Hemanta, a strong regional leader in Assam, it almost seems that the nature of the election narrative changes. Then it's not about Mr. Modi. It's about state factors.
Exactly, Rajdeep. And I agree with the caveat you put. You can't really take these numbers and project it and think that this would work for the assembly polls. They're vastly different issues. Let's not forget the mood of the nation is about national issues. And therefore, a lot of that begins to reflect in terms of the percentages. But I think the larger message here is that if TMC is holding and if Stalin is holding, then the regional forces, the regional chieftains are holding their ground, which makes it very difficult for the BJP to penetrate these states, because even at this time, as you can see, there's a 10% vote gap in, say, West Bengal. And of course, in Tamil Nadu, BJP is not the real force that it wants to be. So if you look at this, the big message is that the regional forces are holding their ground. The BJP will still, even if the Congress is on the decline, as we've seen in the center, it is these forces that is propping up the India alliance. And of course, we can't say more beyond that, because finally it will be local issues, local assessments of how this particular government has done to determine who will win.
And interestingly, also in 2024, Rajdeep, that narrative of 400 par made the NDA-led BJP, I should say BJP, very complacent. So the BJP supporters in a state such as Uttar Pradesh also realized it was a long election spread across several phases, that should they really have to, exercise their right to vote, or wait, because it will be 400 par anyways. So I think that complacency that the BJP had in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, they have tried to really repair, done some kind of course correction, gone back to the real drawing board to fix those problems, and that's why we are seeing multiple state elections turn around.
Absolutely. And what has happened is, I think it's very interesting. In the run-up to 2024,
yes,
the BJP was overconfident. In the post-2024 scenario,
right,
the opposition almost got complacent. Thought that if we've done reasonably well, not as if they had got some majority, reasonably well, that momentum will carry forward. As we are seeing in a state like Uttar Pradesh, clearly the BJP has done course correction. Clearly the BJP is a party which is willing to be very flexible at times. The Congress, on the other hand, it's only now that you've got Shashi Tharoor back on board, so that you have a strong front in Kerala, because you've realized that some opinion polls are saying there is a Tharoor factor on the ground, especially among the young. You've got to be very nimble and flexible in politics. And I think that's something that the BJP has shown that it is. But moment you go into state elections and with regional players, the BJP finds, as we found in previous elections, much tougher to take on regional parties than they have national party. The Congress almost seems as the perfect enemy, their perfect opponent at times. Easier for them to take on the Congress, like in an Assam, it appears in a bipolar fight, than it is in an election where local factors and regional parties matter.
But Rajdeep, the counter can be that there was an important election in Bihar.
Right.
The challenger was a regional player. But why was it not able to even put up a fight in the state?
Because, Maria, they had a regional leader in Nitish Kumar. You see, the BJP has different formulae for different states. Where you have a strong regional player against them, you find a strong regional leader with whom you ally. JDU brought a lot, Nitish in particular, brought a lot to the BJP's basket in 2025 Bihar. So I think the BJP has learned the art of how to fight elections. Now, there could be
different ways in different states.
Sam Dam Danda Bhed. I know that Sanju Verma will not like my using the word, and she's welcome to respond to that. But the BJP is an election machine. I'm not saying that Sanju ji in a negative way. Jo jeeta wo Sikandar. But as you are seeing in 2026, in 3 of the 4 states, as of now, the India alliance is ahead of you, or as you call it, the ... alliance.
Rajdeep, I want to say one thing. During my MBA days, our marketing professors told us that the worst thing you can do to a product which has failed is to refuse to take that product off the shelf. Rahul Gandhi, under his belt, has 95 plus electoral losses, big and small, to his credit or discredit, as you will. Yet, the Congress Darbari ecosystem feels Rahul Gandhi is the next thing after brown bread and spaghetti. Khair, Rahul Gandhi, unko mubarak ho. I want to say one, as you said it, and even Maria, BJP is not just, an electoral juggernaut or an election machine. I think we carefully analyze the electoral factors in every given state. We know that what works in UP will not work in Haryana, what works in Maharashtra will not work in Madhya Pradesh, what works in Goa will certainly not work in West Bengal going forward. That is the second point. But the third and the most important point, you can call me a Modi cheerleader, you can call me a Modi andhbhakt. I really don't care. When I say you, I mean the Darbari ecosystem, not Rajdeep specifically. The fact of the matter is, on the one hand, you have a man called Narendra Modi who's working 24/7. On the other hand, you have a prime ministerial aspirant in Rahul Gandhi, who before the Bihar election campaign was in Malaysia, in the middle of the Bihar election campaign was in Peru. Can I finish now, please? This is not fair. 10 seconds. Please bear with me. Please. In the middle of the Bihar campaign, Rajdeep Sardesai, my good friend, Rahul Gandhi, was in Peru, Brazil, and Colombia.
No, but the opposition is winning 3 of the 4 states. Ma'am, I have only, we have time limits. Rahul Gandhi, we are going to discuss in the next. We are going to discuss Rahul Gandhi. Madam, I am only asking you to assess the 4 state finding. Let Brajesh, you see, the opposition.
10 seconds. No, this is unfair. 10 seconds, please.
No, everything cannot be unfair.
No,
10 seconds, exactly 10.
Yes, and without you interjecting, hold your horses. In the middle of the Bihar elections, Rahul Gandhi in Peru, Brazil, Colombia, and after Bihar elections, when he got 6 out of 61 seats, I would have thought he will stand shoulder to shoulder with his Congress karyakartas, but he was holidaying in Muscat. You are not there with your karyakartas when they lose. You're not there when they win.
Okay, your 10 seconds are up, ma'am. You're not answering why is the opposition doing so well in the state elections coming up. I just want Brajesh Kalappa. Brajesh Kalappa, if these results hold, they are Lok Sabha findings and therefore the sample size is also smaller. But if these findings hold, do you believe the India Alliance is still alive? Or do you believe the India Alliance will have to be reinvented? A quick answer.
No, see, Rajdeep, as far as the India Alliance is concerned, I think your figures are showing what the likely results are going to be. But as far as Sanju Verma's comment about Rahul Gandhi, first of all, she has to make up her mind. Is she a well-wisher of the Congress party? Why is she thinking so much about the Congress party and its leadership? Let her focus on what the BJP is. They need not lecture us on who we are going to make as a leader. In 2014,
none of you are explaining, by your focus on Rahul Gandhi, none of you are explaining to me, which I would have liked to hear, why is it that the opposition seems to be doing well in states with strong regional satraps?
Then what about Mr. Modi? We all expected in 2014 that Mr. Wadhwani will become the Prime Minister. How did Mr. Modi come over? So is he also a selected Prime Minister?
Brajesh Kalappa.
Leave us to our affairs. Let congressmen decide who we are going to have as a leader.
Okay, Brajesh Kalappa, we've heard you. No, we've heard both sides. None of you are trying to explain. You see, that's why we are trying to analyze the numbers before us. Just as Prime Minister Modi's ratings are very high, as of now, in the opposition-ruled states at the moment, or states of the India Alliance is holding. And that is interesting because it shows a difference between the way there is a perception of Prime Minister Modi on national issues and how state issues are perceived by the same voters. And maybe that reflects, in a way, Indian democracy, hopefully, as a much more diverse democracy than we sometimes imagine. I want to take a break, Maria, because we will go back to the opposition and Rahul Gandhi in a moment. Every Mood of the Nation poll invariably ends up with Rahul Gandhi as a central figure.